What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back. Afternoon grind, you dig. And talking some real ish here, man. Terence Crawford is what Adrien Broner was supposed to be. Crawford has fulfilled the the prophecy Adrien Broner didn't. Everybody thought Adrien Broner was going to be, this pound for pound number one type guy. Most people thought, I'm not gonna say everybody, but everybody in the back of their head know he was super talented and had the ability to be a top pound for pound guy, man. They was pushing him and marketing him to be that. And, a lot of people fell victim, including myself, to believe in the hype. They just got it wrong on this one. They really did. Punched the wrong clock on this one, man. They pushed Adrien Broner basically because he had a flamboyant, attitude, personality. He was able to put seats in the stadium, and they're able to bring a lot of fanfare to the, to the sport of boxing. And, ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, man, if you can't fight, you can't fight. And Broner couldn't fight. The first time we seen him live TV, most people on HBO, was first Daniel Ponce de Leon, and a lot of people thought Ponce de Leon beat Broner. But then he came back and redeemed himself, knocked out Jason Lissom, and then, went on a little spree. And a lot of people had, after the DeMarco fight, he opened a lot of people's eyes, and we thought that, this dude was the real deal. But, after that, the slide, it started. The Gavin Cabot-Reese fight, Cabot-Reese, that's what he was calling him. I think that guy laid the blueprint down for how to beat Adrien Broner. And he did. He really did. He showed Adrien Broner couldn't handle volume punching. And I think Madonna played off that. Paulie played off that. Madonna played off that. And the book was written on him, But Crawford is doing things that we thought Broner was going to be able to do in the sport. Nobody knew who the fuck Terence Crawford was. I heard his name on the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. Nestor Gibbs, goes to the fights. Said he was seeing this impressive boxer named Terence Crawford. That's the first time I heard of him. I think he said that back in, 2013 he was talking about Terence Crawford. 2012 maybe, somewhere in there. And, about 4 or 5 years later, this dude is bubbling. And he got it right on that one. He was talking about how good this guy Terence Crawford was. And he didn't have a major promoter to promote him. He's just going fighting guys on other people's undercard, and people not seeing him because he's fighting so early. Nobody's really in the stadium. And this guy told me that Nestor said Crawford gonna be special, man. He said it on the show 1,000 times. And that's what it was, man. A guy, who got shot in the head, couldn't get out the street, changed his life around. And now, he's bigger than the guy everybody put stock in. And the guy, who hadn't got out the street and hadn't got his team together, hadn't got his life around, who achieved success probably too early for his maturity level in Adrien Broner, he's crumbling. And you can just tell sometimes patience is a virtue. And it took Crawford a long time, to probably mature and get out that street life. The patience, it didn't come too quick for Crawford. He knew how hard it was to earn it. Adrien Broner, a lot of things was given to him as soon as he hit the HBO lights. And he was too young to deal with everything that was coming his way. He couldn't juggle all that, man. Crawford is married, a family man. Broner got like 10 kids. He dealing with that. Probably dealing with baby mama drama. Dealing with everything, getting shot up at the bar. Like I said, he needs to leave his hometown, but it might be too late. But Crawford, he was dealing with the same things, but he wasn't in the spotlight yet. So before he hit that spotlight, God put him in a position to go through those things before he hit that spotlight, unlike Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is a gifted guy inside the ring, very smart guy. College material, really. But, God gave, Terence Crawford the opportunity to go through those things before he hit the spotlight. So when he hit the spotlight, he was already mature. He changed his life. Even though nobody's perfect, he's still going to have those mistakes with the car and with the baby mama fight and all that shit happens. But he never allows his things to trickle into the ring. The money, the business, the boxing, don't mix with that other bullshit. And Broner mixes it all together and makes one big old jambalaya, pot of jambalaya. And he just got it too young. That's really what it was with Adrien Broner, man. The fame came too fast for him. The fortune came too fast for him. He couldn't handle it. And this is a guy with a father and a mother in his life, And from Cincinnati, and good background, good household, brothers and sisters, and he can handle it. You know, nobody can help him cope with the situation, probably because nobody wanted to be the guy that tell him about himself and get cut off. And Adrien Broner cut them off. And you got that feeling, man, then, you know, you got a lot of artificial people around you. And Crawford got his shit in order. And, you know, he is what Broner was supposed to be, but we gone.